Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Janelle Samora, and this is Scent Talk from my closet, the fragrance closet. And on this channel, we go over all things fragrance. If it is your first time watching, I do like to focus on one perfume house or topic at a time. But right now, we are rounding out the year 2023. I'm going through my top favorite fragrances, what we've explored on the channel. On the channel, I do like to do wear test reviews, side-by-side comparisons if I'm speaking of an inspired by fragrance. I just really enjoy fragrances. It's a passion of mine. I love to just give my thoughts. For today, though, I want to do something a little different. As I was preparing my Genre Perfumes top fragrances for 2023, I realized I've never really, talked to you guys about what the men in my life are enjoying as far as fragrances are concerned. For example, my son, he is turning 13, so he's a preteen right now. He's been enjoying genre fragrances for a few birthdays now. The fragrances are really enjoyable. They're high quality. They last. They even get better with age. I'm noticing. And then there's my husband who's not into fragrances at all. He's never been. A little history on his fragrance, likes over the years. For years, he wore Perry LS 360, the red one and the blue one. And then he also, until I purchased for him Armani Mania, fell in love with it again, wore it for years until it got discontinued. So here we are. I'm the one who purchases the fragrances for the men in my life. So if there's any of my current subscribers that also do the same, I kind of wanted to introduce this house to you guys. Not that I haven't introduced the house on the channel. We have plenty of genre fragrance videos or reviews, because the fragrances, there's so many unisex fragrances, honestly. And even some of the masculine leaning fragrances I can dig, I can get into. So let's go ahead and break this down a little bit. I'm going to kind of go over my thought process when I'm placing an order, for my son or my husband. And yeah, let's get into it. If this is something you're interested in, go ahead and continue watching. Consider hitting that subscription button and the bell so you'll be notified to new videos. So if you're not familiar with Genre Perfumes, they are an indie brand. Um, you know, um, Pretty much family owned. They are based out of Louisiana. They have inspired by fragrances. They also have original fragrances, and then they have their blends, their house blends. So what they'll do is they'll take two fragrances and inspired by a couple of fragrances and blend them together. And for example, I do have one here called Gentle Storm. It's over here, Gentle Storm, and that one is Mason Francis Kurkdjian's or MFK Gentle Fluidity Gold mixed with LV or Raj. So that's just an example of a blend. Very high quality products at amazing price points. So for that reason, I feel like they make such great gifts or starter, house for fragrances. Might ignite a little passion in one of your family members, or yourself. I mean, goodness, these fragrances. I have a drawer jam packed of fragrances I'm going to talk about for my own personal top 6 of 2023. But I decided, let's start with this. As I was, arranging my top 6, it started to hit me. I have my husband's collection up there. And then I said, I'm gonna go grab my son's and see how he's doing. I haven't checked his dent levels in a while. That is my process. That is how I know that they're enjoying the fragrances. So what I normally do is I will order some 5 mLs, a handful of 5 ml fragrances. They run you $4 for the sample 5 mLs. $4 is an amazing price point. And bring them out, have them try it, see what they like, and then upgrade to the 10 mLs. So the 10 mLs will run you either $10 each for the inspired by, or 3 of them for $25. That's normally what I like to do. I like to grab 3 of these at a time for the 25. Then you have your original fragrances though. After that, I do upgrade them if I see they're, burning through it. They really are enjoying a fragrance. I'll upgrade them to the 30 ml. This was actually my son's very first 30 ml after going through his 10 ml lemons and liqueur, which is inspired by Killian's lemon and zest. Such a good fragrance on him. He really does enjoy it. So they also have their original fragrances. This is RAMC. It's called Run After My Car. Does it say it on here? It doesn't say it on here. This is called Run After My Car, and it is such a treat for me when I apply it on my husband because I do have to chase that man when we are leaving the house. Yeah, this is one of those fragrances that just it is a laster, a projector. I guess you could say it is in the, if I had to compare it to anything, it is in the Dior Sauvage realm. Yes, I said it. I said a bad word. You know, I personally enjoy that fragrance on my husband too. So naturally, I said, yeah, I want to try this for him. And he ended up adoring it. And my son loves it as well, but he's not allowed. My son is not allowed to wear RAMC, okay? But anyway, those will run you the original fragrances will run you, is it $50? I want to say it's 50 for the 50 mls, I think. Then I'll put the price points up here just to be certain I'm not giving you misinformation. Now, these bottles, the 30 mls, will run you $25. And then you have your 15 mls original fragrances that will run you 20, I think, as well. I'm not too clear on the originals on the price points. All right, so that's basically the gist of my thought process for ordering the different sizes that the company offers. They also have some serums, really, really nice serums that I've seen the group. They have a Facebook group, and I've seen the group really, really enjoy those serums as well. I have here Almond Musk. It reminds me of Killian's Rolling in Love, but it's unisex, especially if you layer it under a more masculine leaning fragrance. Oh yeah. My son actually truly enjoys this, and he also likes scent profiles like Lush's Rose Jam. So he likes to push the boundaries when it comes to fragrances, I've noticed. Okay, so that's the gist of that. Now to tell you, you know, what they've selected, what they've truly enjoyed. Again, RAMC was a hit, a hit. My son's very first, empty 10 ml was Lemons and Liqueur, which was the lemon and zest. They haven't gotten a chance to try the Rouge et Blanc. I believe this is an original fragrance as well. Heavily masculine leaning, in my opinion, and oh so good. There's this one smells so nice. I'll put the notes up here for you guys. Oh yes, I want somebody to wear this, but they've been busy with Run After My Car. Um, that one's a nice one right there. Let me talk to you about Imagine a Symphony. This one captivated all three of us actually. Oh yes, this is a blend of two Louis Vuitton fragrances, Afternoon Swim and Imagination. Both of those fragrances, if you can imagine them combined, then you have that right here. It's just a gem of a fragrance. I would say this one gives RAMC tough competition when it comes to them really enjoying it, and we just got it. So yeah, I got me a 10 ml, I got one for them, and then I had to upgrade and get the 30 ml like right off the bat. This is so good. So Imagine a Symphony, highly recommend. It is sweet. And I'm gonna spray it because I love it. I'm gonna spray it. It is fresh. But then as it starts to dry down, I get a sweetness to it. Um, it if you had, oh man, I can't even put my finger on it. There's an almost just such a natural citrus smell to this. Oh gosh, yes. And then there's just this candied citrus scent as well. It's just all blended in there so nicely. I truly, truly enjoy Imagine a Symphony. So highly recommend you guys. This is a whole house favorite. Truly enjoy that. Next couple of fragrances that I'll talk about. I have a little cluster here and then these here. So the Kingsmen, you guys. I want to say this is going to be my son's next full bottle. I'll get him a 30 ml because he has just been loving this. Um, oh man, it is nice. I smell a little bit of dirtiness, like a little grit in here, but fresh as well. My son really does gravitate towards fresher leaning fragrances. And this is definitely one of them. I believe it's inspired by Clive Christian something. I'll put it up here. I keep forgetting what this one's inspired by. So nice. The Kingsmen, highly recommend. This is one of the fragrances that really makes me think, oh, my son's an old soul. This one right here, because it just smells so grown up, you know, like not from my baby. Really nice, highly recommend. Next is Gentle Storm, and this is probably my fault, the fact that it's dented like this, because this has Gentle Fluidity Gold in it, mixed with the LV Orage, and I mostly get Gentle Fluidity Gold. I really do. You know, it's really heavy on the Gentle Fluidity, so everybody likes this one. What is not to like? I love when my husband wears this one because it is not full on masculine. You know, it's just straight up unisex, but the way that it mixes with his skin chemistry is so nice. I'm actually a little jealous. Truly, truly like that one. And then next we have, I believe this one is Parle Moi Mile High. Ooh, and this is called Dopamine here by Genre Perfumes. This is another one that myself was like, yes, this is pineapple. If you're looking for a pineapple fragrance that is not a Ventus, look no further. This is Dopamine. Oh, this one just turned out to be so, so good. Oh my goodness, I cannot with this one. I'm actually speaking of Aventus, this just totally reminded me. Oh, let me grab it. They do have a new release, Dopamine. Straight up unisex. I love to pair this pineapple fragrance with other fragrances, make it a little creamier, kind of do a little blend myself over here to make it more enjoyable for myself. Because alone, it is a little bit dry to me in the dry down, you know, like a dry musk, but the pineapple does stay throughout that fragrance. And I just like my fragrances a little more edible smelling. So I like to layer with lotions and other fragrances. Now, speaking of Aventus, we do have here ISO, like in search of, capital ISO. And it is one of their newest releases, and we have not tried it at all. I haven't sprayed it on my husband. I haven't given it to my son to try. I haven't tried it myself. Look, I can't even open it. This is Mind Games. Mind Games. Oh, forgive me. What is it called? I have the original here. I have the original. I have a sample of the original. So I have to, oh, Blockade. Mind Games Blockade. I do want to do a wear test comparison of ISO versus Blockade because oh, there's a little bit of mango in this fragrance, but it's a really heavy masculine tone to me. You know, it just is. Just really fresh, really masculine leaning. You know, yes, you've got the Aventus in here, pretty much the DNA, but at the same time, it's different. It's different enough. Yeah. So if you're familiar with Mind Games Blockade, look no further than ISO for a very affordable option, you guys. Just very. Yeah, so that's one I have not tried that I'm excited to have the boys try. I say the boys because I really did get a masculine feel when I sprayed the Mind Games, the original. Okay, haven't sprayed the genre. Almost done here, you guys. I have a handful over here. I think that was it over here I wanted to talk to you about. Last but not least, I have a handful here that either myself or my husband and son have been enjoying. Yeah, a little dented here. We have Ancient Islands and Amalfi Coast. Ancient Islands is the Xerjoff Naxos inspired by fragrance. I do have the original Xerjoff Naxos. I enjoy it. Is one of the few tobacco, you know, fragrances that I actually enjoy myself. Beautiful fragrance. Oh my gosh, I mean, just classic. And yes, it's masculine leaning, but I personally adore it, especially in the cold weather. I think I'm going to wear this one tonight, the Ancient Islands. Just so nice. I'm going to spray it on the other hand just so I can revisit. But if you're a fan of Xerjoff Naxos, but not the price tag, then here you go. Oh yes, this is so so nice. I mean, goodness, I don't know what they put in that, but it's wonderful. Now I have here Amalfi Coast. It is another Zerjoff creation, and this was the gosh, it's a yellow bottle. Zerjoff's. It's not Amalfi Coast. Dolce, Dolce, Dolce Amalfi, right? I believe. I'll put it up here. Yeah, I believe it's Dolce Amalfi. Oh man, just a beautiful um opening to this fragrance. I truly do enjoy the opening, and then that's where it ends for me. This is a juicy fruit gum type opening. So so nice, but then there are some spices that just completely overtake the fragrance for me in the mid and the dry down, and then I'm not able to completely enjoy it. I do see some females in the group just really enjoying this fragrance, Amalfi Coast. But you know, of course, males. My son does like this one mostly because it leans juicy fruit to him. The spices that come in do not bother him at all. So yeah, this house, this you know, Genre Perfumes does Zerjoff interpretations really, really well. And I can tell because I do have the original fragrance. Um, oh, so nice. All right, so last but not least, I do have some Killians here. These are inspired by Killian. So the House of Killian. We have Noble Soul, which is inspired by Black Phantom. Such a wonderful gourmand fragrance for the winter time. I do love this fragrance. Oh yes, Noble Soul is such a nice interpretation. A little softer, you know, not as thick, full gourmand as the original Black Phantom. But look at that. Yeah, this one's been getting used. Might need a 30. Really, really nice. Then we have Splish Splash, which is the interpretation of um, Shield of Protection. Yes, this is one of their newest releases. I love the opening. And I love the opening. I love the candied citrus feel I get from the fragrance. It's really, really fresh. Another one of my son's favorites. But I would say that he truly enjoys lemons and liqueur over this one. And I prefer Splish Splash over the lemons and liqueur. And last but not least, see, not too much. I tend to just get so excited when it comes to this fragrance house because they have so much to offer. You know, and I can't believe I had so much to say about a strictly masculine leaning fragrance video. Wow. Yeah. So last but not least, this is one of their new releases as well. It's called the Rapture, and this is inspired by Killian's. Gosh, because I don't wear these. What is it? Killian's Heaven, something Heaven, Straight to Heaven Extreme is what this is inspired by. Oh, this one is a little woody, or maybe a lot woody actually. It's giving me winter vibes for certain, and I purchased it mainly to try for myself, and I haven't. So I haven't sprayed it on skin to see what it gives me. But it is masculine leaning, so nobody's tried this one yet. But I wanted to show you guys that I'm real excited about this. Straight to Heaven Extreme. This one was chosen by the males in the group, so yay! That is all, you guys. There's some more to talk about when it comes to unisex leaning fragrances as well. That I do own from this brand and I do enjoy personally. But I just kind of wanted to give you an overview, and it being my very first, you know, for the males, I didn't want to go too crazy. Okay, oh, I didn't even talk about Son of a Beach, you guys. We'll end with that. Here is Son of a Beach. It caught my eye. This is an original fragrance, and I purchased it kind of, it got released kind of heading out of summer. So the boys didn't get to try this, you know, going to the beach or anything like that. But this one is giving. This one is, I would even wear this, but it is heavy. It is reminding me of the Mind Games musk, you know, the ambery tones that we have in mind. Just the musk is what I'm getting in Son of a Beach as well, but a freshness to this, man. So yeah, we haven't tried Son of a Beach yet in the household, but yeah, we'll get to that. original fragrance. I cannot give this house enough praises. Such high quality fragrances. So that was it. That was what I got on my plate today for the mails. And ordering windows coming up February 2nd. If you are subscribed to the channel, or I think I make it public on the community tab, I will link for you guys the ordering form for you guys to place your orders here with Genre Perfumes. I am not an affiliate. I don't get anything out of it other than sharing these gems. That is all that I've been doing here. Speaking of sharing gems, I do have Narcotica Dulce Diablo. I do have a collaboration with the house that I did get to do. I felt so honored to be able to give back. I chose St. Jude as my charity, and this is called Double Decadence, and it should be making a return this year as well. So I'm so excited. If you are a fan of Narcotica Dulce Diablo, I have the original decant that I got from um Dior Prestige. He did The owner, Devin Bro, did such an amazing job on Double Decadence. Not just because it was my collaboration, but he really did, to the point where I didn't have to purchase a full bottle of this. Another one more fragrance that he did was Natural Oasis, and it just got out. Now this one stole my heart. So I did have to have a full bottle even before Genres came out, but it is called Safe Haven, and it is slightly different. I do have a full review if you want to check that out, if you are into those type of fragrances. A lot of people say, though, that is more feminine leaning. Okay, I could go on, but I gotta go. Y'all have a blessed rest of your day, your night, or your evening, and you stay safe. Bye-bye.